Last time on She Rules the Waves, I told you about a few of my round-trip sails to Denmark. This time, I'll start by giving you a proper introduction of myself and my musical background. I will also show you how a simple boat fix can turn into a totally different project than intended when I go to take my sails down to get serviced. And I will introduce a new segment. And as always, if you like these videos, please don't forget to subscribe. So, who is this dude anyway? Well, my name is Linus Jackson, and I'm a single dad who loves sailing, skiing, and music. I was born on an island just outside Sweden's capital of Stockholm, where I lived for the first bunch of years in the archipelago. After a while, we moved to the South Swedish university city of Lund, where I spent the major part of my childhood, my teens, and my early adulthood. As a child, me and my family pretty much spent all and every summer living on a spare of a sailboat called Kajsa, sailing up and down along the Swedish east coast in the Baltic Sea. And it was only natural to keep doing that as an adult. Although I had a brief modeling career as a baby, I realized quickly that music was my real passion. I started playing the flute as a young boy, and then the drums. I had my first live gig with my older brother's band when I was 13, but when none of my own friends wanted to sing in our band, I figured I'd better learn how to play the guitar so I could sing at the same time. I got my first record deal with the post-grunge band The Sludge in the mid-90s. After a while, I started to work as a tour manager and a backline tech, and I've been touring a lot in those roles. But I have also been lucky enough to travel around as a backup singer and a musician.
I need both my hands to hold my own. I need only one light, the light from one.
And later on as a solo artist. Driving around here, been up to the Redwoods, heading down to Highway 1 and then south to Santa Cruz tonight to check it out. big black bones in the danger zone. There's a rumbling groan down below. There's a big dark town, it's a place I found. There's a world going on underground. And between the tours, I sing with my favorite choir, Klubbkören. Try to go wherever the flow takes me, and I usually don't shy away from trying new things. Like hop on a skateboard for the first time as a middle-aged man, because your kids wanted to try it, so why shouldn't you? When COVID hit in 2020, most people's year changed drastically. Mine too, of course. All tours got postponed and then eventually cancelled. I prepared for time in the studio, but all my inspiration kind of drained. But since all traveling was cancelled, I spent even more time in the boat than usual. And that's when my priorities changed and my new plans started to take shape. And this is also when the idea of She Rules the Waves came to me. Although the plan to get a liveaboard had been in my mind for quite some time, the blue water sailing and the YouTubing wasn't really a part of all that. But when trying to master the art of going with the flow, you have to be ready to change direction now and again. A few of my most important crew members thought it was a good idea, so I thought, what the hell, let's do it. So I decided to start sharing. Unfortunately, the summer was already over when the idea became clear, and that's why the actual sailing footage is limited in the first bunch of episodes. But there will definitely be more. Stay tuned and feel free to share and subscribe if you like these videos. We really appreciate all the support and all the comments you give us. So, welcome to this new segment, the Nifty Corner. My regular crewmate and sister, Lisa, she came up with this idea and I thought it was brilliant. Every week I'm going to share something like a solution or a thing or anything that's a little extra nifty and makes the everyday sailboat life easier. So, first out is this. So here it is, the iWinch. The idea is that you put this into your power drill and then you have an electric winch. You just put it in like this, tighten it up, and you're ready to go. And if your power drill has like 2 gears or backwards and forwards and stuff like that, you have a lot of options. I've had the opportunity to try it out a couple of times, and I think it works. It works great. It's all about what power drill you have and the strength of it. And I had a few problems the first time I tried, but then I changed my halyard, and it was really old and really stiff. So that was probably one of the reasons that I had problems with my mainsail. I mean, I wouldn't say this is something that you can't do without, but it's pretty nifty. Hey, so my plan today was to take some measurements for my new A2 and take down the mainsail and the headsail to get them serviced by the amazing people at Gran Segel here in Malmö. But, you know, I just arrived to the marina and, well, you'll see for yourself. Well, I drove from the lee of the inland that day, so I did not at all realize how windy it was until I reached the marina. There was of course no way to get the sails down in those conditions. There's also no way to interpret what I'm trying to talk to you about in this video when I walk from the car, so that's why I had to make this voiceover. The next morning, however, I did get the sails down, and that's when I noticed that the furler profile was broken. It had slipped apart. So that had to be my next project to tackle. But of course I didn't know that yet. Well, holy crap, am I glad that we have this full enclosure cockpit today, because goddamn it's windy out there. Let's check the instruments. Well, I think I'm actually gonna start this one too. It's a little chilly. Yeah, so it's gusting about 25 knots, so it's not that bad in here, but I'm pretty deep into the marina, you can hear the gusts when they come, yeah. So, yeah, the sailing dudes told me not to do anything with the sails today, and I wouldn't have either way, but I didn't know it was this windy when I was in the car until I got it out here to the ocean. And it's way windier out in the pier, I'll tell you that for sure. So on to the next project inside the boat. And the project I was working on at that time was a new halyard winch for the mainsail. But I'll tell you more about that in another episode. So usually when I'm mid-project, this is what the boats look like. Well, you know, pretty much. Well, here's kind of nice, but I got this humidifier over here. Really works in the fall and the winter. And then all the tools and stuff's laid up. You know, just kind of not that messy, but still messy. Yeah, so those projects did not work out today, but you know, shit happens, wind happens, weather happens. That's just the way it is, living in a boat. Still was a beautiful evening, still is. I love just, you know, sitting here in the swinging light and enjoying myself. I'm gonna do that for a while too. So till next time, take care.